The good, the bad, and the horrific, and also one of the most important days for the entire crypto industry and in general for the markets that we'll discuss today. So let's just jump straight into this. We'll come back to the chart. We'll discuss exactly what is happening with the price and what I'm expecting with the volume, with the actual D60 delta, the asks, the bids, what I was showing you before. We'll also show you my trades. I lost a little bit on my shorts, but anyway, we'll show you everything transparently as always. That's why you're here. That's why you respect me. And that's why you're subscribed. That's why you're commenting for the algorithm so that more people see this beautiful content and actually get educated. And I have some bonuses for you today in terms of real juice when it comes to crypto. So let's just jump straight into this. I think I've showed you this before, that EVEDEX has secured funding from exclusive $10 billion club. So billionaires actually have invested in EVEDEX and in our vision and what we're building. So this was big news. But one of the biggest news is that on Hacker Noon, if you don't know what that is, it's one of the biggest tech geek type of community and just generally a very big resource, but it's very tech geeky. And there was a big competition, 1,400 startups, 10,000 voters, and guess who's number one? EVEDEX. Out of 1,400 startups, we're number one in Dubai, in UAE, and we're number two globally. This is insane. So we've really built a tech company that solves real-world problems for people. And EVEDEX, because of what Trump just did, overruling the IRS rule when it comes to collection of the data and submission to the government, EVEDEX is basically legal in the United States. And for DeFi protocols, non-KYC is now legal in the United States. So EVEDEX should soon be listed in US App Store as well. So hopefully you're looking forward to this because this is true freedom. It's cheaper, it's safer than any centralized exchange, etc. So because it's decentralized, we're not custodians of any money, so we don't touch the money. And it's the same experience like Bybit, Binance, etc. So hopefully you're looking forward to this. So, and just to give you a little bit of motivation, this is the guy right here. So and here I didn't believe in myself, and somehow I ended up where I am today. I'm from a very simple family without a father, and I'm just showing you this to you not to show off, but to motivate those of you who are being suppressed by the opinions of all the losers around you, regardless of how close those losers are to you. If they are pushing you down, get rid of them and keep pushing beyond the perseverance and patience of 99% of people, and you'll make it. So that, it took me over a decade, but I got to where I am today and I didn't listen to no one. So just a little motivation, just to show you where I came from. I didn't came from the Bugatti background that I am in right now. So anyway, good news about Trump. So we have some hopium that this trade war will end. Right now it's pretty ridiculous. Trump says, oh, we have a deal with China, we're talking with China, and then China comes out and says, no, we're not. So it's kind of a ping pong back and forth and kind of looks a bit ridiculous, but hopefully it's going to be priced in and it's going to be out of the window. They will make a deal and it's going to be over. Now when it comes to bad news, India and Pakistan right now have military conflict. It's been like this for a very long time, but right now they actually have escalated this in a crazy manner. The reason why this is pretty horrific for the world is because both of the countries, India and Pakistan, they're actually holding they're actually nuclear powerhouses, so they have nuclear weapons. So this is not great for the world peace. We have Middle East, we have India, Pakistan, we have Russia, Ukraine, trade war, anything else. Just anything else, please. At this point, us as crypto bros, anything else you will throw at us, but we'll sustain it. We don't give a shit. We're like, we can survive an atom bomb. It's at this point, it seems like. So anyway, this is pretty bad, but hopefully it's not going to escalate any further. Next thing, which is the most important day in crypto, in my opinion, is going to be May the 7th, which is going to be FOMC meeting and the decision on the interest rates. And here, the probabilities of a rate cut are like 25%. And then in June, there possibility is 89%. But as Jim says here, I really agree with what he says, that if they don't cut rates now, if they don't see reasons to cut rates now, because of the slowing of the economy, and Trump is pushing Powell so hard that he's actually putting all the blame on the slowing of the economy on Powell, and he's kind of Correct. I mean, it's always a gray area. There's no black and white. But I mean, Powell really is stagnating this, and he's really being slow. And we really need the interest rates to go down, money printing to go up, and for all the money to flow into the market, and people will feel better, and then all the crypto is going to pump, and just like the rest of the market. So we are waiting for the 7th of May. So it's going to be next Wednesday. It's going to be one of the most important days. If they don't cut rates, we're going to see the continuation of the down move, in my opinion, anyway. Next thing, what is very important for you guys to understand. Michael Saylor, and you might love him, you might hate him, but he came out and said, if people knew what I know, what I knew, Bitcoin would go to $10 million tomorrow. So, and he is so right. And what he means here is not that, he possesses some kind of information that others don't. He always, that others don't have. He always says all the things. He educates people. You can watch so many podcasts with him. You will really understand the value behind Bitcoin and what really backs Bitcoin as a network and why it exists and reason why it's valuable and reason why so many institutions and sovereign wealth funds as well as pension funds in the US and on a federal as well as state level are degening into Bitcoin. But what he means here is that probably about 1%. There is a crypto adoption right now is at like 5 to 8%, but this means just the person just, touched crypto in some way. But in reality, maybe 1% of people in general even understand what it is and understand what it entails. So the adoption curve right now is literally still at the bottom, even though there's just so much craziness. But it seems so to you guys because you've been watching me, you're into crypto, and you're that 1% basically, to be honest. The rest of the world is still blind to it. I still meet people sometimes on the street that seem like smart people, regular people. They kind of heard about Bitcoin, but they don't understand it. They don't know what it is, what's the benefit of it, what it's all about, why is it outperforming every other asset in human history. So therefore, we're still early. What this means, we're still early as fuck. So another one is that Bitcoin balance on OTC desks has hit an all-time low yet again. Look, there is at some point when the market wakes up, at some point when the US will start printing money, at some point when the markets will go into this banana phase yet again, the supply shock will be just astronomical. Right now in OTC desks, 100,000 Bitcoin left. I mean, Michael Saylor has bought more Bitcoin. This is insane. There is no Bitcoin. Look at it. From 500,000 just 3 years ago down to 100,000. Do you understand what's going to happen to the price of Bitcoin? Oh my God, this is just insane. And people are sleeping on this. They're like, oh, no, Bitcoin is a scam. Oh man, I feel sorry for those people. Honestly, I don't want to overhype things, but I feel sorry for those people. Now, when it comes to the chart and my trades, etc., I showed you this before. Really big reduction in short trades that happened, which actually was just like last year. Correction, the one that I was betting on with my short trade, this short-term correction and then adding to my longs and then propelling into the bull run. So right now, and this is what has happened right now in April, and as you can see, the level of shorts is like 650 million here, but this is the updated chart. We were down to like 550 million, so the amount of shorts kept going down. But this morning, Monday morning, they again started increasing the short trades. For what reason, it's not clearly apparent, maybe just speculative motion here, but it still is lower than it was before. So the amount of shorts keeps steadily decreasing, which is a very good sign. And when it comes to my trades, so if you look at the price action, we had this idea, this trade idea, that just like in October of last year, before the actual pump, we had a small correction to really cool off the market and keep people out. So that's why I've taken some very tiny short trades, which didn't really pan out. So initially, it seemed like when I've entered about here, it seemed like, okay, we're going to maybe create a false break here, go down to 86K, where was my take profit, and then skyrocket higher. And again, guys, if you're watching my videos from the beginning and until the end, then you're aware, you're intelligent, and you understand everything I'm saying. I'm not flip-flopping. I'm simply trading up and down. But my objective and my goal and my direction is always the same. It's been the same for the last 18 fucking months. And if you comment something stupid in the comments, you're just stupid. Nothing else. So now when it comes to my trades, just being absolutely transparent. So I've taken a short trade from here. Then I got stopped out and basically almost like small, tiny loss right here. So I've lost 4K on one short and then 3K on another one. So I gave up like 30-40% of my take profit on Solana, and so be it. So very tiny, small losses, being absolutely transparent. And as you can see, I'm trading over on Bybit, and you can actually, before EVEDEX launches, Bybit is a very reliable, centralized, I understand centralized, but it's reliable, it's very big, they're powerful, and they offer our community up to $30,000 in initial deposit bonuses and up to 42% discount on trading fees. So you can go and claim it down in the description of this video, and you can create a new account if you already have one, just simply with a different form of identification, such as a driver's license, because it requires KYC. EVEDEX, even in the US, legally, is not going to require KYC. So, but this is it. This is the only option for the time being that I personally trust. Now, when it comes to my expectations going forward, right now, yes, we've taken small losses here on the short trades, but whatever, guys, remember about the amount of spot that I have. I'm so happy, like seeing these things that I just explained to you, especially these two things. I'm so happy that about over at this point with all the altcoin bullshit, right now, by far more than 50% of my liquid net worth is in Bitcoin. So I'm super happy about this. Long term, I'm super bullish about it. However, short term, I'm still not super convinced, because for us really to have the biggest pumps ever that we need the Fed to pivot. So that is possibly May the 7th. That's why I said that is going to be one of the most deciding and most important days yet. So for now, if you look just purely at price action, we're kind of in this zone of very important liquidity. And like this level here is not precise. It's hard to kind of pinpoint it. But if we really pass and stabilize above 95, 96,000, I don't see a reason why we shouldn't go and visit 108,000. Am I taking any long trades from here with futures on Bybit? The answer is not. Just because I do understand that they're still kind of increasing their shorts again. Short-term volatility, I kind of don't want to get in at the all-time high, well, local high prices. So for me, for these kinds of longs with leverage, I will look for better prices. For spot, there is always the best time. The best time for spot and Bitcoin is yesterday, second best time is today, and third best time is tomorrow. So guys, stay tuned. Go check out evedex.com, because it's just simply a revolution in finance, and we have no competitors right now. Nobody is doing what we're doing with EVEDEX and a mobile app. There are other exchanges with futures, decentralized hybrids like Hyperliquid, but they don't even have an app. The one that has an app is the only one. It is DYDX is the second one, and EVEDEX, but DYDX is, to be honest, it's horseshit for the purposes of retail trading. Unless you're trading with more than $5,000, DYDX is maybe okay, because they have a huge delay. They've also decentralized the order book. It's not the easiest thing to use. So real mass adoption with mobile-first approach, there is only one solution, and that's EVEDEX. So anyway, see you next video.